It's crazy when you look at the list. I had it printed out a long list of transfers in the portal. The list got to over 1,500 players in the women's basketball transfer portal. It's out of control. But we are down the home stretch, and we have a handful of players left. Not literally, but figuratively speaking, a handful of players left that have not made decisions yet. But there's three in particular that have not made, actually, if you want to say four in particular that haven't made a decision yet, who their decisions could very well have a major impact on the national championship picture next season. And we will talk about them. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings here. Appreciate y'all continue to support this channel. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on what we have to say on this video. I do hope you enjoy the content and continue to support the channel as we get closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen. So we can take a look at the players that are still out there. And I mean, there's still a lot of players that are out there, but there's four in particular that are at the top of the food chain, at the top of the list. And number one, you're starting with Serah Williams. Serah Williams out of Wisconsin, a double-double machine, a huge presence in the post. She's pretty much down to two schools from what it seems like. It's going to be LSU or it's going to be UConn. She is scheduled to visit UConn this week. I don't know what day, but she is set up to visit UConn this week. I know UConn wants her really badly. Um, so there is going to be a fight for Serah Williams and her post presence and what she can bring to that team. You know, you get 19 and 10, bro, 18 and 10, 17 and 10, and a post presence like her. It takes some of the pressure off of Sarah Strong, takes some of the pressure off AZ Fudd, and they're definitely going to have that would be a huge win for UConn. LSU, on the other hand, I think LSU is like plug and play right there, man. That's the best possible solution, and to me, the best destination for Serah Williams is UConn. I'm sorry, as LSU. LSU, I think, is clearly the best destination for her. There's no question. She's the post. She's the big. She's going to dominate the ball in the paint. They have a lot of guards. Obviously, they just got in Malaysia Full Wiley. They've got four recruits who are all in the top 30 who are guards. So LSU, to me, is the best result for her, is the best landing spot for her. But you never know what she's going to decide. But she is a major piece that's still on the puzzle on that puzzle board. Then you look at Allie Kubek. Kubek is this is her second trip into the transfer portal. She averaged 14 and a half points at Townsend. Um, she's been a big part of the Maryland Terrapins rotation. She's 6'2". She averaged 9 points, 4.5 boards in 23 minutes. She averaged almost 16 and 8 in the tournament this past season. So she would be a pretty strong pickup for anybody. She's also a 36% shooter from 3-point range. Um, she's a star in the at a mid level, but if she wants to be a Division One, a power Division One team, there's right now it's NC State and Georgia Tech are seemingly at the head of the class for that. Don't know if you want to go to Georgia Tech. I'm gonna tell you why. Georgia Tech, they lost a lot of pieces. They lost a lot of pieces to their puzzle. They lost all their best players. So yeah, you might end up at Tech, but you might end up in a real bad situation when it comes to actually having a chance to win games. Then you look at Gianna Kneepkens. Gianna Kneepkens, man, this is one that's been sitting out there for a minute. I thought she would have been a done deal rather quickly. I know what I think makes sense for her because of her where she is geographically. Unless she chooses to want to move across the country, she's one of the best 3-point shooters in the country. She shot 44.8% from the 3-point line this year, over 50% from the field, 89% from the free throw line, average over 19 points per game. One of the top scorers in the country, 31st overall. She's from Minnesota, playing at Utah. 3 years at Utah, rookie of the year in 22. Career 43% from three, which is ridiculously good. Career almost 16 points per game. She's visited the SEC schools. It's funny though, I don't think the SEC schools are the right fit for her. I think UCLA is, and that's on the list obviously as well. I think she's an immediate starter at UCLA. I think she's an immediate huge presence for UCLA. I mean, massive, massive impact. Like, that is a massive impact situation. Going to South Carolina, that's not a good idea. You got Tania Latz in there who led the country in scoring. You got Medina Akut. You got players already in spots. I don't see that fitting for her. I don't. I think she would be a starter, but how does that benefit her? And Texas, they definitely need people that can shoot the ball from the perimeter. I do think that she would be helpful to Texas. And Oklahoma, but man, I just think UCLA makes too much sense. You put her on the perimeter. You got a big like Lauren Betts. It's just, to me, it's a match made in heaven. When you got Kiki Rice at the point, you put her on the wing. It's plug and play type of stuff. Just my thoughts on Gianna Kneepkens, and without a doubt, she makes them immediate. They're already contenders or in the conversation. They went to the Final Four, but she makes them immediate contenders, legitimate contenders for the national championship. Oh, and if I didn't mention Serah Williams, natural. I mean, UConn's obviously a national champion contender as the defending champs, and LSU. I think with LSU, she brings an element they don't have, and that's someone that can score around the basket legitimately at a high level. She is absolutely going to make them title contenders. No question about it. If they get her, it pretty much evens them out with South Carolina, in my opinion. Maybe makes them even a little bit better than South Carolina. And then finally, Kayleigh Heckel, man. Kayleigh Heckel out of USC. She has taken her time with this process. She played up to 17 minutes a game at USC last year. She's a 5-star, former McDonald's All-American just a year ago, 13th player in the country, and 5'9" guard. It's coming down to a couple spots. It's coming down. It's going to be UConn or Notre Dame. I mean, she visited Vandy. She visited Michigan State all last week. She visited Notre Dame. She's supposed to visit Connecticut this week. So, yeah, it's going to come. These decisions will be made. I think a lot of these decisions are going to get made by the end of this week, because you're going to start getting into workouts and stuff like that, and you don't want to come in late. You also don't want to limit your options. I mean, look, all these players can pretty much go wherever the hell they want. Someone will open up a spot for them, I think. But she had 7 starts. She had a game where she dished out, had 6 assists with 13 points against Mississippi State, the game in which Juju Watkins got hurt, 2 steals in 20 minutes. But she has visited multiple schools, but I do think this is a Notre Dame UConn scenario. This is it. Notre Dame versus UConn. I think Notre Dame fits better. UConn is UConn, though. That's the reality. And I think Notre Dame really fits better because Notre Dame still needs players. I saw an article where people said that Notre Dame's the winner in the portal. I don't see it. I don't see it. They've gotten marginally better, but they are still void of players that are going to be around Hannah Hidalgo. Heckel, you can hand her the ball. I mean, she just came out of the Plum Dog camp, handed her ball. You let Hidalgo play the hybrid 2 because she is only 5'6". But to me, these are the 4 players that we got to see what happens this week. These are players that are on the board and they're in play. My prediction, My prediction. Serah Williams, LSU. Gianna Kneepkens, UCLA. Allie, Kubek, NC State. Kayleigh Heckel. This one's the hardest one to me. Notre Dame. Those are my predictions. I know that Heckel wants playing time. She will get the playing time at Notre Dame. If it's really about playing time, it's Notre Dame. She might not start at UConn. That is the biggest thing to me. She might not start at UConn. But if it's about playing time, it's Notre Dame. Notre Dame. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. What do you think of these final four players that are probably at the top of the food chain of the players that are available in the transfer portal? Again, there are over 1,500 players in the portal. Utterly crazy. What do you think of that in itself? But hope you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. And, of course, leave a comment. As I said, this is Rudy's Rant. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Come on now.